Good afternoon, everybody. It is 1:03 p.m. on June 7th, 2019, and I want to let you know Shady is taking the afternoon off, so we will, wish Shady a good day. Happy day, Shady. It is Friday, and it is Friday Fun Day, and I do have Karli Bonet here with us, KBQ225 on Twitter. There she is right there. As soon as I get my Windows capture up there, there's Karli right there. Karli, welcome to the Matrixxx Groove Hour.
Thank you for having me again. It's my pleasure.
Well, we have to
and
have...
Nobody worry. I'm not replacing Shady. We all love Shady.
Nobody can replace Shady. But if anybody could, Karli...
No, never.
Never replacing Shady. Shady is our guy. How is YouTube out there? How's the YouTube chat? How is the Periscope chat? This show is broadcast live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. YouTube.com/C/intheMatrixxx with 3 X's is how you get here live. Set your clock, set your calendar, share it with your friends and family. We're bringing the pain. We're bringing the pain, Karli.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. A lot of pain.
Lots of pain. I quickly wanted to go through, we had a really good show, a lot of great feedback. A lot of Patriots out there had grandparents and parents that fought in this World War II and was at D-Day. So I want to just, thank you guys all for responding. I think I hearted most every comment that said, that their parents were there, and prayers for you and your family, and thank them for, doing and giving what we did today. I want to also tell you D-Day is very important too, and I think as far as Q, I watched a lot of D-Day Eisenhower even said, we set the stage. So a lot military planning at its finest was D-Day, and maybe this is our second D-Day, Karli.
Oh, yes.
What we're doing right now.
I watched so many documentaries, and it was just like I was listening to a Q post.
I know.
It was crazy.
It really was. And I was doing the same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I pull a Karli, rewind it and show Ike, and show Karli, and show Ike saying, set the stage. I mean, I didn't do it, but guys, I heard a lot of Q posts. There's a lot of, disinformation is necessary. And if you look at, they were, saying they had fake, they had fake communications that the Nazis were listening to with fake troop buildups. With they would sit in a room and just tell them, hey, we're over here, and just the disinformation was necessary. They didn't know when it was going to happen.
The fake guys, they had
tanks,
like mannequins and fake tanks and stuff. It was ingenious. I had no idea that any of that happened.
Yeah, so I really think it's interesting that, when we look at military planning at its finest and precision military planning, watching that D-Day stuff, knowing what I know now about this Q operation, I'm just blown away. Blown away.
It makes you think, like, who are some of these guys posting in Q, because it's is it the older military, and then some posts sound like a younger guy. I mean, there's a few voices that are very distinct in the Q posts.
Yep, and then there's the all caps Q post guy, right?
Yeah, the all caps. The guy, I don't think that guy's like me. He doesn't know how to work the computer.
The guy yelling at us, right?
Yes.
Smash. And nobody really has, looked at the Q posts as much. And we try to do something different. Everybody's waiting for the new Q post, but we try to map what's happening today, future proves past, with our show. I want to show you this real quick. This was very interesting. Truth Seeker had this thing, no deals with the Y cult at Real Donald Trump, D-Day, D5, D-Class. And he's got, 300 million, the Y, 25%, 250 billion, that's Y. And, we know that the Y cult, the owl and Y, owls are the Federal Reserve System and Y are the rail trusts, right? And the Depository Trust Corporation on 55 Water Street. Depository Trust the Plan on 55 Trust and watch the Water Street, guys. So the cult that runs the world are these people. All right. These are the people that that we're trying to get out of. Our POTUS is trying to get out of these big trusts and bringing it back to the Treasury with executive order on 12/21/2017. So just very, very interesting stuff. This is a good tweet. I did say, why is Paysur? If you guys, remember the Paysur thread, check it out, guys. Okay. I really want you to check that out. So D-Day show was amazing. Also, I want to just pivot into General Flynn. Mary Flynn, Flynn's sister, Mary Flynn O'Neill, said, remember, we read the prayer yesterday, and today she said, the almighty power of prayer. Thank you for all your prayers. God will hear the unified prayer power and never let us down. Ask and we will receive as long as it is good for us and good for the kingdom of heaven. General Flynn is good for the kingdoms of God. Prayer power. And absolutely amazing. We are praying for Flynn. There was a new Hannity yesterday, and I actually want to play the whole Hannity. Okay, this is the tweet right here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in for you guys here in YouTube. There is the Hannity tweet where you can tweet a portion of it. But let's go ahead and watch this whole thing. Karli, you ready to watch this?
Definitely. It was on fire last night.
Here it is. Let me just go ahead and unmute it and restart it. Here we go.
Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. He is now in the sentencing phase of his guilty plea as we speak. Now, Lieutenant General is desperately trying to fire his legal team. And hours ago, a federal judge actually blocked that request only on a procedural grounds measure. But it is a sign the retired war hero is preparing to withdraw his guilty plea. Now, keep in mind this. Flynn's plea was the result of a perjury trap. It was laid by Comey, it was laid by McCabe and Mueller. Remember, during his initial interview with the FBI at the White House, remember, he called the deputy director of the FBI and said, do I need a lawyer? Andrew McCabe said, no, you don't need a lawyer. No, it's not like that at all. Okay, I just wanted to know. And James Comey, well, he bragged about how he would do something he'd never do in the Obama administration or the Bush administration. And he's boasting about setting up a man who served this country for 33 years and put his life on the line in wartime. And he's saying, we took full advantage of the chaos. We told them not to get a lawyer. They had already illegally unmasked him, and they illegally leaked raw intelligence. They knew exactly what was said in the conversation. They set a perjury trap from the get-go if, in fact, Lieutenant General Flynn didn't say the exact same thing they expected. Look at this.
You look at this White House now, and it's hard to imagine 2 FBI agents ending up in the sit room. How did that happen?
I sent them. Something I probably wouldn't have done or maybe gotten away with in a more organized investigation, a more organized administration, in the George W. Bush administration, for example, or the Obama administration. And in both of those administrations, there was process. And so if the FBI wanted to send agents into the White House itself to interview a senior official, you would work through the White House counsel, and there'd be discussions and approvals and who would be there. And I thought, it's early enough, let's just send a couple guys over.
So you tell him not to get a lawyer, then you set him up, then you brag about setting him up. What a jackass. Who treats a 33-year veteran like this? That's how we treat American heroes. We set them up. We tell them not to have lawyers. We pretty much say it's not an investigation and brag about it. FBI investigators already knew the answer to the questions. They already heard the tapes. And Flynn was surveilled and unmasked by our own federal government, which was illegal. And McCabe and Comey both testified that Flynn still didn't appear to be lying, but he had to sign on because he was losing his house, he was out of money, and they were threatening to go after his own family, his son in particular, because Flynn failed to perfectly recount the details of a years-old phone call. Mueller turns the screws on him in the hopes that he'll sing or compose, and Lieutenant General Flynn's life has been in ruins ever since. His finances have been wrecked, his home has been sold because of the legal fees, and he's facing real jail time for purportedly lying to investigators that didn't think he was lying. And tonight, my advice to General Flynn is this. Get your new lawyers, move forward with your legal team, withdraw that plea, and fight this in court, because you do not deserve the setup that was Comey and McCabe. That is a national, despicable, disgusting disgrace what they did to him. No collusion, no conspiracy from Trump or anyone on his campaign. An American hero's reputation should not be destroyed by people with power bragging about abusing that power on tape. It's a disgusting display of abuse of power. Here now, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, Congressman Devin Nunes, and Fox News contributor Sarah Carter. You know, Congressman, I listened to Comey, what McCabe said to him, knowing he was illegally unmasked, knowing they leaked the raw intelligence, and I'm saying, if America treats our heroes this way, we do not have a democratic republic anymore. He needs to fight it, withdraw the plea, and he needs to go after Comey and McCabe for setting him up that way. They abused their powers.
What I would say to this, Sean, is that in the future, when you look up the word dirty cop,
Wow.
if you have a fair internet and free internet, you will see the pictures of Comey and McCabe.
Boom, Karli. Wow. So that was General Flynn. And I want to, Hannity, despicable, disgusting disgrace, abuse of a 33-year war hero, General Flynn. I want to show you a Q post.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was muted for you. I'm sorry, Karli. Yes. So if you look at this Q post, the FBI found no evidence of lying. Why was Flynn charged? Expand your thinking. 1 and 1 don't equal 2. Eyes open, comms good. Q. I mean, this is going to happen. This is a week to remember. This is a gift that I found. Look at this one. I love this. Dark to light.
Where did you get that? That is like the coolest thing ever.
Isn't that awesome? I don't know where I got it. I can't remember, but I found it on Twitter, and I'm able to get gifts off Twitter. And I should have remembered who I did that from. I couldn't where I grabbed it from. I'm sorry. I can't.
I totally retweeted that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Blackout necessary. And this is a Q post from 6/3. Boom, 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 boom. A week to remember. Dark to light. Blackout necessary. And with that, let's just go to our Q posts right now, and let's put our Q post deltas. Q has not posted in 12 days, 0 hours, 14 minutes, and 59 seconds. The next post number will be 3350. So those are our Q posts right there. Waiting, so now we're 12 days in the dark. And, I don't know if you remember this, Karli, but there was a Q post that said, when we're not posting, operations are active. So things are happening behind the scenes that we do not see yet, in my opinion. Karli, what's your opinion on, the blackout, if you will?
Well, there's just so much going on in the news itself. And if you want to know what's going on, you go to Q+, because in every POTUS tweet, you're getting straight out information. So,
Yes.
like you said in a couple shows back, that we're slowly being weaned off the Q post to go right to POTUS.
I
That's
agree.
what I think. There's so many messages in his tweets. Look, I just got an alert. He just tweeted again now.
Yep.
He's been tweeting up a storm, and
Look
he's
at
on
this.
the plane coming home.
Yeah, he wants to give us stuff. Also, happy birthday to our great VP Mike Pence, right? And I want to go ahead and just show you something too. With the search the Q posts, we're going to look at Pence, okay? We've got 3330. It says, it's got a Sarah Carter article. Breaking FBI texts show agents discussed recruiting White House sources to spy for the Bureau. Chain of command, chain of custody. Pence, COS plus wife, FBI 302s, FISA spy, Flynn, will newly discovered evidence, AG Barr, with the SDNY, free Flynn, Q. Then we've got this one, 2519, Pence shares a picture of himself meeting a SWAT officer at QAnon conspiracy patch, and we know that person, amazing hero. And it's got the article there, and it says, what a coincidence. Why is the Washington Post leading the attack regarding Q? How many articles have been written regarding Q? Who owns the Washington Post? Bezos. Who funds the Washington Post? All for a LARP. Q. Then we've got who's standing next to Pence and POTUS. Message, Bolton cleaning house. Out they go. A clean house is very important. All right, and then we've got this one here. It's talking about Q Post 725. It's NK is a black CIA site. Operation Mockingbird is a CIA media control. Who in the media right now is glorifying NK to spite the Trump administration? Time to take offensive. Let's start talking names of all journalists that propagate NK, North Korea. Let's not let them hide behind their banners anymore. Let's play Hunt the Spook. Ask yourself, why is North Korea participating in the Games this year, the Olympic Games? Ask yourself, why is the sister with Pence? Ask yourself, if controlled, how might you protect yourself and look for a way out? Ask yourself, what is a distraction? Ask yourself, why did Korea come together as a country versus North and South? Ask yourself, what occurred in Asia, refer to pics, just prior to the Olympic Games? Ask yourself, what does freed mean? Ask yourself, do we want a war? Ask yourself, who is trying to start a war? Ask yourself, if a missile was launched by a rogue actors, what would be the purpose? Ask yourself, what should immediately start a war? Ask yourself, would the public understand the following statement? Rogue actors, clowns, U.S. former heads of state initiated a missile launch in order to force the U.S. into war conflict against X? Be the autist we know you are. Those who cannot understand that we cannot simply start arresting without first ensuring the safety and well-being of the population, shifting the narrative, removing those in D.C. through resignation to ensure success, defeating ISIS and MS-13 to prevent fail-safes, freezing assets to remove network-to-network abilities, kill off COC to prevent top-down comms organization, etc., should not be participating in discussions. Q. Pretty amazing post there. So that's what I'm doing too. Just what you're saying, Karli. You know, we're looking at our Trump. China is subsidizing its product in order. You know, we can, probably find some Q-isms in here as well, right?
Exactly. And also you go by what's in the news now, and like with that Q post, we know who the warmongers are. I mean, it's the mainstream media. Kim Jong shoots off a missile. They've been saying since Trump was elected that he's a warmonger. And every time they approach him or they interview him, what do you want for the world? He said it last night. He wants peace. He says nice things about Merkel. We know she's dirty. He says nice things about Kim. He's always got something nice. We're all friends, but the mainstream media keeps baiting him to go to war.
Yeah. And remember, there was a rogue NK did launch a missile. Were those the bad actors? Because Trump didn't seem too concerned about it. Remember, that was just like, last month last month.
Yeah.
So, they're still trying to drag us into war.
And what did they also say? That Kim assassinated, all these people. And the president said right on the television, and you haven't heard a peep since, he said, well, I just saw a picture of him walking with the guy they said he assassinated.
That's right.
And then MSN silent.
Right. There's fishing is fun. So he said fishing, this is what this is what we kind of do. They're going on a fishing expedition. They can find anything on me, both illegal and unprecedented in U.S. history. There was no collusion. Investigate the investigators. Go to work on drug price reductions and infrastructure. We covered this yesterday about the drugs. They are, what a coincidence. This board has more power and influence than anyone comprehends. And this is a Wall Street Journal article. Experimental drug promises to kill flu virus in a day. MK Ultra, they're using drugs to induce comas and whatnot. I mean, you guys have recent shooters receive therapy in the past. Be the autist we know you are. You were chosen for a specific reason. What agency has direct ties to two major drug cartels? So I look at
Have you seen how MS-13 has been kind of quiet lately?
I have.
Because all their dirty money is going towards this wall invasion.
Right. Absolutely. So this is and there's Nervous Nancy. Let's go to Karli's Twitter feed. I want to go. Let me just make sure. This was a pretty cool. Vincent Kennedy posted this. I thought that was really cool.
I like that.
And, if you know what Castle Lock is, it does involve the knights, and it is 2 moves ahead. And I think, and it's also obviously dark to light. I mean, this is amazing. And this is a chess game with the dark. The light is having a chess game with the dark. I thought that just that one picture was more than 1,000 words for me. Let's just real quick. Here's I don't know if you have them, but let's just play this.
Terrible person, and I'll tell you, her name is Nervous Nancy because she's a nervous wreck.
Nervous Nancy because she's a nervous wreck. All right, so let's go over to Karli. And Karli, where do you want me to I can also give you control so you can cruise through your timeline.
I don't know how to do.
All right, well, I'll do it for you. I will do it for you. I'm going to scroll down a little bit because you have some really cool things on here. Let's talk about this one right here. Daddy's Coming Home.
Yes.
Let's play that.
He's got such a strut.
He's awesome. Look at him. And look at her. What a beautiful first lady.
Little Jackie O going on there, I think.
Yeah. They love my buffering during the show. Isn't that wonderful? Cool tune too, Karli.
Oh yeah.
Got my ticker, got that load. John up, gone higher, all aboard. I'ma take my seat, right way back. Ooh, yeah, watch this train roll down the track.
The train's coming home.
Yes, he is. And, there was a couple of, that Q post where he's coming home, we'll have our country back, dark to light. So, I really think that there's been a lot of negotiations going on over there. He did not talk politics, really. Yeah, look at that. Bam. Good video. He didn't talk politics, really over there, like in front of public, but there was some arts of the deal going on. I mean, why do you think he went to Ireland, in my opinion? This has everything to do with Brexit, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And there's people saying, has he got JA on board? BBQ, we don't know. But wouldn't that be something? Future will prove past on that one. And J.A. is Julian Assange, to people that may not know. And Karli fixed the Time magazine cover. This is perfect. Karli, look at it. Oh, my God. There she is. Nervous Nancy. I fixed it. Do you want to play this video right here, Karli? What do you want to do? You tell me.
Let me see where you are. Oh yeah, Juan got spanked this morning.
All right, we should listen to that.
He usually does lately. I think he's just given up.
Let's listen.
I think he's just he's reading this DNC script and he just gets roasted all the time, and it's like it's not even fun anymore.
It's not even. You're not doing the Karli laughs anymore as much.
No, I'm not laughing on here. It's just
I love it. David Leach says, what I do like about this show is that you do review old Q. Yes. And, this is what Q says. Reread crumbs, right? We have to look at what is in the news today. The news unlocks the map, right? The Q posts. And remember, Q post 128 could be the legend, the key. Very interesting. 128 is encryption on, it's also angel numbers for a great awakening. There's a lot of things to that Q post 128, and Q confirmed that graphic in order. Read that graphic every day in order to unlock the news and the map. You want to watch this one? She was with, our POTUS was with Laura Ingraham. Is this Laura Ingraham right here?
Is that what it, I can't read what it says because it's really small. Is it wait till the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right,
definitely.
let's play it.
Walking up to the stage earlier, she said some pretty harsh things over the last 24 hours, leaked out from her caucus. She said, I don't want impeachment, I want him in prison, meaning you. How do you work with someone like that?
Leaked out from the caucus?
She's a disgrace. I actually don't think she's a talented person. I've tried to be nice to her because I would have liked to have gotten some deals done. She's incapable of doing deals. She's a nasty, vindictive, horrible person. The Mueller report came out. It was a disaster for them. They thought their good friend Bobby Mueller was going to give them a great report, and he came out with a report with 13 horrible, angry Democrats who were totally biased against me. A couple of them worked for Hillary Clinton. They then added 5 more, also Democrats. With all of that, 2.5 years, think of it, from before I even got elected, they've been going after me, and they have nothing.
Do you mind if he testifies still before you said you didn't care? Mueller testifies.
Let me tell you, he made such a fool out of himself the last time because what people don't report is the letter he had to do to straighten out his testimony, because his testimony was wrong. But Nancy Pelosi, I call her Nervous Nancy. Nancy Pelosi doesn't talk about it. Nancy Pelosi's a disaster. Okay, she's a disaster. And let her do what she wants. You know what? I think they're in big trouble, because when you look at the kind of crimes that were committed, and I don't need any more evidence, and I guess from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of evidence coming in. But you look, and then ask Nancy, why is her district a drug and needles all over the place? It's the most disgusting thing, what she's allowed to happen to her district, with needles, with drug addicts, with people living in the middle of streets, with people living on the sidewalk. You can't go. She ought to focus on that, because she's a disaster. And she made a statement. It was a horrible,
when you were
nasty,
overseas,
vicious statement while I'm overseas. Now, if I made any statement about anybody, it would be like a big head. Why would he do that when he's overseas? She didn't want to. She is a terrible person. And I'll tell you, her name, it's Nervous Nancy, because she's a nervous wreck.
On Tuesday.
Nancy.
Hi.
Prison time's coming soon. Be ready.
Be ready.
Not much time left. Bad news.
I love that.
I love
put
that.
In there.
That's perfect that you put that in there, because it's true. And you look at Q posts about Nancy Pelosi. I mean, guys, it's almost, like we were just saying before, POTUS is, we learned the comms between Q and POTUS, and, we have to remember that, when he talks about Pelosi, D-class will destroy their last stand, and that's Schumer and Pelosi. FISA will just be the start and prepare for public, and Huber is out of the kill box. Okay. FISA is the start. FISA immediate conf of illegal acts regarding signers. FISA is immediate confirmation start of Hussein's spy campaign to rig an election that was based on false info. FISA implicates HRC D-Party as feeders of false info with the intent of securing MSM blast insurance. FISA implicates senior members of UK, MI5, 6, SIS, U.S. Intel, White House, Five Eye, Republican Party, Congress, and Senate of known corruption in effort to retain power and rig election plus safeguard events by political kill to act while power given MSM fake push Russia narrative. FISA equals ties MSM heads TV behind corp to D-Party and other foreign heads of state in co-op strategy. FISA brings down the House. Freedom of Information Act does not include FISA. So what Media Matters, or excuse me, not Media Matters, Tom Fitton is doing is different and additional. D-class by POTUS, key parts that factually demonstrates the dirty fake dossier used as primary source to secure highest level of intel, spying on primary Republican opponent, plus election intel assets for domestic spying on the President of the United States for the office of the presidency of the United States of America. Logical thinking, public awareness. FISA is spying. FISA spying. Foundation built. Huber. No spelling errors intended. Mobile unknown if above. Q. And this post was from 3/3/19, guys. All right, so look at all the Pelosi pull threat to impeach.
No.
So she did pull the threat to impeach. Now what does she want to do? Put him in prison, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So look at that. That's a Q proof, right there. We just found a Q proof, Karli.
There you go. I love when it happens live on your show.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah. And,
but this is why your show is so important because, a lot of people, they're waiting for a new Q post and you always go back and you find, look, future proofs past. This is all, but we have everything. And it's like, I love when it all comes together. It's just so amazing. Now, another thing, if you saw the interviews, you've had Joe DeGeneva when they had that whole panel that Hannity had. And now someone put out an article saying that Rudy Giuliani was quitting being the lawyer. And he put out a tweet yesterday saying he has no intention. He was hired through this whole Mueller nonsense. Now, those two are the ones that helped create the FISA court. Why do you think they're both so angry at all of this nonsense?
That's right. Absolutely. Look at this, Karli. Pelosi tells Dems she wants to see Trump in prison, and this was on 6/5. She also clashed with Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler, who pressed her to begin impeachment proceedings.
I can't believe you snuck in that No Nadler.
No Nadler. Jerry No Nadler.
No Nads. I always do hashtag No Nads.
No Nadler. So maybe Trump will start calling him No Nadler. POTUS, if you hear us, give us a sign. Look at this. Democrats, a new POTUS tweet. Democrats are incapable of doing good and solid immigration bill. Yes, sir. 5-5 POTUS. It's because they're protecting the bloodline's money flow, child flow, human trafficking flow, gun flow, drug flow, and gang flow, guys. The wall is much more than immigration. Let's look at immigration and let's search. Look at this, guys. This has nothing to do with immigration, okay?
And also votes, too, because they're trying to take over Texas.
That's
if
right.
They flip Texas, where it doesn't matter if there's an electoral college because that's it.
Right, and that goes right in with what you're saying right here. Here's the legend, and look at the states here. It's very simple. Without illegal votes, D's lose. Previous illegal immigration high pop versus D win by country provided. Look at that. So they have high pop immigration, and they're brown. You see that? Example 2. Why do D's push for illegals to obtain driver's license? Does having a driver's license make it easier to vote? What states provide driver's license to illegals? What checks are in place within each of the driver's license granted states to prevent 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X voting? Compared versus 2016 presidential election results, what do you notice? Do you believe in coincidences? Memes are important. Facts matter, guys. Facts matter. So
look what de Blasio, I call him Deluzio. He actually did an interview or a press or whatever, and he's saying that the attacks on the Jewish communities are done by white supremacists.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got this whole anti-white push, and he's taking a lot of illegals into New York. The Bronx is a complete disaster.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in New York. I'm on Long Island. I couldn't live in the city anymore. It was just the way it's changed since we had the best mayor ever, Rudy.
Yeah, I was in the city. I worked in Manhattan under Rudy, and it was clean. It was safe. I felt no issues. I lived in Huntington on Long Island because you don't live in Long Island, you live on it.
Yeah, on Long Island.
And that's where my daughter was born. God bless her. So she's a native New Yorker. But yeah, so it has totally changed, Karli. Also, I want to show you this post too in regards to immigration. Okay, it was 6/27/18. Okay, if you continue to proceed down this dangerous path, only know that we are prepared. You should know this based on earlier drops regarding SA, National Guard, military assets activate U.S. soil. The game is over when the public knows. The fight to keep the lights off is all that matters to you. You will fail. The American people are awake. You lost control. Sheep no more. You underestimate their resolve and their ability to free think away from the pipeline narrative. We will declass. We will shine light. There is nowhere to hide. No amount of money, influence, or power can stop this. Our rights to secure and protect at all costs then become justified. We stand at the ready, red wave, white squall, in God we trust. Q. And Q said this: if you're smart, stupid, you know what just occurred at the meetings in Russia. Attempts to frame Russia POTUS optics are failing and will soon be exposed. Objective to keep POTUS away from Putin failed. Bolton and Putin should scare you. Enemies are allies. Evil has no place here. America is no longer for sale. The age of taxing our citizens across the world while entry to our markets is free is over. The world will unite in this cause. G versus E, R versus W. Forced immigration pushers will be exposed. The why. Read the Bible. God wins. Q.
Boom.
Boom. See that, guys? And that post was done on 6/27/18, guys. This is almost a 1 year delta.
Yeah, the immigration pushers. Now, who, like you spoke on your, was it yesterday, about the Pope changing the Lord's Prayer?
Yep.
And saying that we shouldn't have walls, and pushing the immigration, and the two religions should unite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those who yell the loudest.
And we got a lot of screaming, louding people.
There's a lot of screaming memes. A bunch of harpies.
There are. This is your. You retweeted this, I believe, from Filthy Liberals. Hello, is anyone home? Let's just take a look at our Nervous Nancy.
We went there.
Not mine, but you know what I'm saying.
There next. You landed at Normandy. You climbed the walls, the hills, and all the rest, and you didn't get a chance to go home. That was 5 years ago when we went there.
She doesn't even make sense, Karli.
I know.
Purpose is to be thanking the veterans.
It's insane.
Not to attend an event, but to thank the veterans. So, and they're just so fabulous and so courageous. So this was 5 years ago. So if they were 18, 19 at the time, they were around 20. They're around 89, 90 at the time.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking ahead to next week and votes that are anticipated for contempt, have you made decisions about any penalty mechanisms that you would like to see? And then more broadly, are you feeling...
But you get impeached and it's an indictment. Bye-bye, Birdie.
Impeached. Bye-bye, Birdie. What the heck is she doing?
She's such a hot mess. I can't stand it.
Oh my gosh, she sure is. And now remember too, wasn't there a Q post that said something about her, acting all, what is the word, like Alzheimer-ish?
Yes,
just
well,
to
that's
cover.
going to be her. Yeah, that's going to be her way out when it all hits the fan, because FISA brings down the House. Who's the leader of the House?
Right. Let's look at Q post 18. Okay. Why did Mueller meet POTUS day one? Let me just make it bigger so we can just get 18 in here. Hang on one second. All right. So Q post 18 is coming, guys. Let me make sure I get this done. Okay. Here we go. Q post 18. 11/1/17, guys. Why did Mueller meet POTUS one day prior to FBI announcement if Mueller could not be offered director due to previous term limit rule? Why is Pelosi begging for a new special counsel? What is Pelosi's net worth? How was this obtained, giving given salary as a career official. Why is Pelosi's memory going? Could it protect against prosecution? How so? What if John M.'s surgery was fake? Why would this occur? What could this prevent potentially? What is the Mayo Clinic? Who sits on the board of directors there? Kimmy Q, love you all. Where we go, one we go all. Thank you, Kimmy. But look at that, guys. What we were just talking about. And, we're looking at her acting like a fool, right, Karli? I mean, she couldn't even make a sentence.
It's like overacting now. It's hysterical.
It is.
It's not even like drunk Nancy. It's just like off the rails Nancy. Like now people are like, if you read the threads, the comments I get when I put these kind of videos up, they're hysterical. And everyone's like, oh, she's drunk, she's mentally this, but this is what they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. Who in the bloody hell inscribed Pepe rules on my crown? I love that. I love that. Who did this? Hello.
Hello, can this be fixed? Because it's bloody awful.
Who is this frog thing? Did you see that? There was like there's Trump in the other room with the frickin' engraver. Q plus in the house. Also, his name was Seth Rich. This was a good one. There's one major omission in the Mueller report, guys. I'm going to drop that article so you can read it later. And in fact, if you're not following Karli, make sure you get over there and follow her today. This is also Who's the Boss. Look at who's at the top, Karli, right? Look at that. That's our president.
And how many signatures? There's 17 signatures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 with Donald Trump. Wow. Mind Warfare's Network, thank you so much, my friend. But look at that. Wow. There are 17. Oh my God, Karli. You just can't make this up.
You can't make this up. There's no coincidences anymore. People that oh God, I can't take it.
It's amazing. Also, this is our dude here. What's his name again? Why am I
Rush
forgetting?
Limbaugh.
Thank you, Rush Limbaugh.
My mother she bought every one of his books, and she said, "Oh, he's so sexy. Bald men are sexy." And this was, you're talking 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe 20 years ago he was sexy. I don't see it, but he's always on point, though. He has a sexy mind,
right?
I guess.
Lower Norwood, keep on winning bigly. Absolutely. With you guys and with your support, we win every day. So let's listen to Rush.
Trump has a nickname for her, Nervous Nancy. And it's spot on. Nancy Pelosi, Nervous Nancy's losing control. She knows that she is losing control. She's trying to pander to the kooks. She's trying to talk them out of what they lust for. They lust for impeachment.
Yep, they lust for impeachment. And there you go. That's a good picture that you found of Pence. Happy birthday, VP. Good job.
Yes.
I also just want to quickly let's play a Karli song. It's time. Let's play.
Woohoo!
You want to play Our Nation Under God, Karli?
Sure.
Let's play it. Let me go ahead and get it out over here so we can listen to Miss Karli Bonet, One Nation Under God.
Let the stars and stripes wave. They wave for liberty. Our nation under God, our freedoms and integrity. Try to take our lives, we still will fight for freedom. The name of God will not be erased. Our nation under God, we are victorious under His grace. Our nation under God. bombs burst through the air, our nation under God. Hear the battle cry, try to take our lives, we still will fight for freedom, we will champion the world. Our nation fights for the freedoms of every man, woman, boy, and girl. Our nation under God, invincible, with justice, they tried to take God out of America, but they'll never remove him from our hearts. Our prayers give us the strength we need. They shine from sea to sea. Our nation under
Our Nation Under God. Karli Bonet. How's that? I'll do
Ballet,
it.
ballet. I like that.
I love that song. It's Our Nation Under God by the amazing Karli Bonet. And that is amazing. And I understand somebody really likes this song. And wouldn't it be great that POTUS adopts it as well? I would love that.
I would be so honored. I wrote this song after 9/11. 9/11 just changed me.
Yeah.
To see my city just torn apart. It mentally and in my soul is still damaged from it. And there was a lawyer in California that wanted to take under God out of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, yeah.
And this was right after 9/11. And I was like, is this guy kidding me? And even his daughter says, it's not my views of my dad is wrong. And this guy was a lawyer, so he was getting backing for all of this. And the song just came to me. And then after I put it out there, I was singing the national anthem for the Staten Island Yankees.
Oh,
once a
wow.
month, and God Bless America. And then we had a bunch of 9/11 tributes here in Mineola. And I would sing the national anthem because I was good friends with the mayor. When we had the bad storm, he gave me 2 new trees for the front of the house,
Yeah.
So, it got around. I also sent, I think there was maybe 500 of the CDs to our troops in Afghanistan. And I had sent a few to President Bush, and I got like 3 little thank you cards. Like, I have them framed, but then when I found out what he was behind, I was just like,
Right.
Well, when you find out the truth, it's even more heartbreaking than what happened.
It is. I voted for
and I was
Bush 1. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, we all are in this thinking like, hey, I'm not like this, therefore my government's not like this. But boy, Karli, after you do some digging on the Bush family, the Clintons, and all of that, I mean, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
When I can't even tell you how I found Q. I wasn't even on Twitter. I was a Facebook person, and I, was pushing the music, and then I was in a rock band and stuff. And I came across Jordan and a few other people. Then I found you, and then I started looking, and then I was on Reddit, and they had all those Great Awakening subs over there that are now purged. But all this stuff on the families and the the child trafficking. And I'll tell you honestly, I was on my knees crying for a week straight. I could not sleep. I was physically ill in my stomach. I accepted Jesus Christ again. And then I just started my battle and making threads. And I lost 2 accounts that had some of the sickest threads on these people.
Yeah.
And that's why I was deplatformed twice.
You know, let me tell you too, once you go down this rabbit hole, it is depressing. And you need to make sure you put that armor of God on, because, you know, it's really quite something when you kind of realize that everything we know is a lie. And it is really tough. And that's why we are dripping this stuff with our memes, all you Anons and beautiful patriots. We're dripping this into the consciousness of America, because you just can't round them all up. Everybody will be in a state of shock, you know, cute. And I still think we're going to have a state of shock. New eyes are coming. This is new, right? Janice Litton says, so thankful for you guys. Insert flags and heart emojis here. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I want to just go ahead and show you the Q post too. 2431, Karli. It's time to unite and fight for our freedom. Together we are strong, apart we are weak. Patriots have no skin color. Q. And it's the together we fight. And, you know, it's the one where there was a time when our children stood at attention, put their hand on their heart, and in one united voice recited the Pledge of Allegiance. There was a time when strength and honor meant something. There was a time when standing for our flag meant something. There was a time when our history or heritage was taught with pride and respect. There was a time when respect was given to those who served, bled, and died to protect and defend our God-given freedom. There was a time when we were grateful. There was a time when these United States of America, one nation under God, was united. There was a time when these United States of America, one nation under God, was united under one flag. There was a time when we, the people, decided our future. There was a time when we, the people, had a voice. There was a time when we, the people, were united and strong. And it's the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. We must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. For one day we will suspend our sunset years, telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States when men were free. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there's a price we will not pay. There is a price point beyond which they must not advance. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness. Ronald Reagan. It's time we, the people, reclaim what's rightfully ours. Will you answer the call? Your country needs you. Your vote matters. We stand together. Be on your guard. Stand firm in faith. Be courageous. Be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. Q. So that was that one. I love that post so much. That's an amazing post.
And the graphic with it. You
Yeah.
know, they're trying to divide us all. They keep saying that there's this race division and and I don't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I don't see it, but they keep pushing it, and it's such a lie.
Yeah. And, you know, people are dividing us, and, you know, I don't really think they're people that we think they are, guys. You're seeing a lot of rumors, a lot of crap out there. And I was asked, you know, how many Q posts have you been in, Matrixxx? So I actually did it. Oops. I actually did it. I figured out how many Q posts I was in. I'm sorry, hang on 1 second, guys. That's an automatic play. Let me reverse the post order, okay? These are the posts that I've been in. Let me just go to this post and stop it, because it's...
That's not me.
It's here. I'm sorry. I got it. All right. So these are the Q posts that I've been in, guys. Okay. I'm taking 749 as me because it's my actual birthday. 212. I was born in 212. Okay, guys. And if you look at my my Twitter account, I've always had Neo's birthday on my birthday, September 13th, 1971. That is not my actual birthday. My actual birthday is this, 212. And I was floored, guys. It says, controlling the crops controls the people, sheep, might be reaching, but throwing it out there. Coincidence, the Matrixxx movie grew people as a crop, used for energy and controlled their mind. Sound familiar? Wonder where they derived that idea from. Now comes the conspiracy label. The deeper we go, the more unrealistic it all becomes. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Q. And you notice how many I have here.
17.
This is
Oh
my
God,
first.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I just figured it out. I had to have people help me. This is a Q post, 2213, 91918. And there I am right there. Do you believe in coincidences? Think of context. Nothing to see here. Q. So guess what this post was about? A new Democratic playbook. Okay? This is what Q led us to. Others are watching, and playbook. So this is a POTUS tweet that says the Supreme Court is one of the main reasons I got elected president. I hope Republican voters and others are watching and studying the Democratic playbook. And there's another one here where he says narrative shift, and this is the RR red line, post. What was the Senate confirmation? All of that, and the Q links to another one. It says the DOJ, FBI previously informed me the release of some information would cross a red line. D-class FISA, RR force, red line, new playbook needed. We see you, Q. Now, if you ask me, I have the Democrat playbook being used against me. Think of context. Nothing to see here, guys. All right, so then here's 2438 with this beautiful picture right here of the Q in the sky. It goes to Miss Stacey Dash. But who did Stacey Dash retweet? There I am. Okay. And this is IWTP1. This is what we fight for, the future of our children and grandchildren. We stand at the precipice. Do not fail. Do not falter. Vote red. Patriots fight. Let freedom ring dark to light. And there's QAnon, baby. Q gave me a future. Thank Trump, thank you, and thank God. Okay, it's a friend. Okay, so that's that one. Then there's 2582. Wow, what a show. President Trump Tuesday engaged, and this is right after we did our clock show. President Trump did a Tuesday engaged in an extraordinary argument with the Democratic congressional leaders for his demand for the border wall funding, threatening a government shutdown if he does not get the money. I will be the one to shut it down, he told House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi. Okay, and links to a Hill article. And oh, look at this meme. You will not win, Pelosi. You did not think the largest military spending bill in FY 2019 wasn't going to indirectly include funding for the wall, did you? Learn the Constitution regarding vested powers of POTUS. Regarding matters of national security, this was planned and forecasted as border funding solution from the beginning. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's that guy?
I love this.
All right.
I know that guy.
Do you know that guy? This was March
guy.
24th, 2018. Simple meme. Googled Army Corps of Engineers, found out that it was Red Castle and Green Castle, guys. Anons had the proof long ago, but shining a light back then would have defeated the primary purpose of showing the public the real objective of D's. Party to open borders, eliminate ICE, eliminate of security, defend illegals over Americans, midterm election. These people are stupid. Q. All right, guys, so I'm just showing you. Q used this graphic several times. Oh, who's this guy right here in that graphic? Right? There I am. And it says, how do you outmaneuver the obstructionists? How do you expose the obstructionists for what they really are? Enemy of the people. They're only now figuring it out. Q. Boy, we're being obstructed, aren't we? Even by the enemy of the people, Daily Beast. Aren't we, Karli? Aren't I? Here's another one.
It's getting ridiculous.
Here's another one. Who's that guy in there? Stage set, public border wall fight necessary to bring public awareness regarding true intentions of the D Party. Anon's new narrative fight, dark to light, Q. And it goes to a Trump status that says, President is on sound legal ground to declare national emergency and have been 58 national emergencies declared since the law was enacted in 1976 and 31 right now that are currently active. So this is hardly unprecedented. And that's from Tom McClintock. Okay. All right, we got another one. Oh, look, here's another one, 2711.
You're killing me.
Look,
You're killing me.
here's another Q. Anon's new last March. Do you believe in coincidences? At what point is it mathematically impossible? Winning bigly, Q. And it goes to McConnell article. Trump signed border security bill, declared national emergency, White House says. All right. Pretty interesting, huh, guys? You guys digging this? Look at this, 2712. Look at Peppy in the queue. And I take this as me winning bigly and how. Credit to Anons who deciphered Red Castle, Green Castle. You're welcome. Why must we communicate this way? Think Nat Sec laws. Q. Oh, look, Karli. 2738. Army Chief of Engineers, all future construction. How long have Anons known? Fake news attacking us daily. D's are predictable. Stupid. Nothing to see here. Q. And it goes to Scavino with 45. After declaring national emergency, President Donald Trump is briefed by U.S. Chief Engineers Commanding General Lieutenant Todd G. Semonite on the status to date of the border wall and future construction to begin along the southern border. Anon's new. Oh, look, Karli. Here's 2761. Here's a 0 Delta. Who's that guy in there in the 0 Delta with POTUS? Who's that? Who's this?
Who that?
Who that? And POTUS said at the same time Q was posting, well, it happened again. Yeah, it did. I got Q'd again. 0 Delta from today. The last 0 Delta, 16 total now. Thank you, Patriot Q. Then we got this one.
Oh, this one was great.
This one, it says, Shady Groove this is one of his too, and me just now in NCIS. When their attempts to silence through print fail, they must now include in TV video. Why put so much attention into a so-called conspiracy? Why is it critically important for them to change your opinion or prevent you from opening your mind? Q.
Which is the worst sin? QAnon's like a right-wing marketing.
Now it is. All I'm saying is that doesn't necessarily mean that he wasn't real.
No, man. Pizzagate. All right?
Pizzagate.
Seriously?
I mean, that's the
You guys up all night talking nerd?
Who that, Karli?
He thinks that Q's posts were legit, and I'm saying they're propaganda, but he wants to...
First of all, shut it up. Secondly, one of you mentions Area 51 or a grassy knoll before I finish my coffee, you're gonna get punched.
Shit, always is what you were grumping.
See how they,
See it, girl?
Look at that guy. Looks like Snowden.
Hold on. He does. While you were sleeping, Crane and I may have figured out how the suspects can pick his victims.
There you go. And everybody's saying this too because it was sold out. Anon, she sold out to Jesus Christ. Okay, I know her because I contacted her after this, and they're using that as some fodder. The attackers. Oh, 2836, Karli. Who dat?
Who that? Who that?
I was POTUSed because POTUS put that Red Castle meme, and Q posted my meme, Red Castle meme. Beautiful video. What an amazing coincidence. 2876. Now, this is me as well because I'm in Hillary Clinton's tweet. Okay? For those that think this
one
is
of the 200, right?
Yeah, that's right. For those who think this war is fake, we are not considered a major threat. This is a direct attack by Hillary Clinton on Q and pro-POTUS patriots. The article referenced has an embedded link that literally targets pro-POTUS Q Twitter accounts that have been identified by Clintons and the deep state as serious threats. Ability to shift the narrative. Twitter has already begun to remove targeted accounts, stages, under false pretenses. The war is real. The threat is real. Clinton panic. Clinton fear. Judgment Day coming. Q. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, disregard spelling errors, but I made that one too. 2878. Here it is, the original. The link embedded in the article is right here, okay? This is Hillary's tweet in the article. Who this? Who this guy right here? I'll tell you who he is. He's me. Okay?
And such a nice gentleman, too.
Oh, thank you. Crooked Hillary. Now you know who's attacking me, guys, right? You guys are starting to feel this. You guys are starting to understand this. 2880, public service announcement, targeted, directed purge. Guess whose account is listed in this Q post, along with 199 other beautiful patriots. Okay, there's me there. So that's a Q. Another Q. Here's another Q.
And I followed every single one of these people.
Yep, so did I.
A lot of them lost their accounts. And a lot of them, they went after them because they were saying voter fraud, hashtag voter fraud.
Right, and I only did it once. I went back and looked. All right, so this is it. So these are the 200 people that are on there, including, who dat, Karli? Patriots, you have been selected as threats and falsely labeled as foreign disinfo agents. Though they attempt to disguise at the bottom as not all, it is an attempt to target and remove by false pretenses all threatening voices. All threatening voices. Because what am I talking about, Karli? Am I talking about the Pacers and the satanic bloodlines?
And you know what's funny? No one else is talking about it.
No one else is talking about it. Elimination of free speech to prevent loss of control. These actions are now being monitored and would strongly encourage forwarding this information to the appropriate members of Congress, Senate, and the media. We believe it is a test run to effectively silence the opposition while testing the potential media backlash and or official response. This is an attempt to remove, silence fascism. Those who oppose their view narrative should further demonstrate their resolve to control the message narrative, win at any cost. Even doxing people, doxing your friends. They want me shut up, guys. They want me shut up. And I guess I could have included
everyone who's no, I'm sorry to interrupt, but they're even doxing people associated with you.
Exactly.
And it's just wrong.
And Q post, I could have included this as well. Payseur. I didn't include it because it's not my name, but you know that it was because of me. I know the person that actually asked the question. It was because of my thread, because we were getting attacked and shilled on 8chan by the clowns, and now we're getting attacked and shilled by the clowns on Twitter. So, guys, I just wanted to show you, because I didn't even know, pseudonym Kiwi Patriot actually helped me figure out how many times I was queued. There you have it, in a nutshell, guys. That's why they're attacking me. And I am so honored to be in Q posts. I am a patriot through and through. And that's going to happen again. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me just do that. So, guys, if you want a copy of that, there they are, listed in order. Those are my Q posts. So we've got one guy saying, I was in one Q post. Listen to me. Well, okay, one Q post. All right, guys. So, yes, I am a busy and on pseudonym. Thank you. We love you, Matrixxx. Be our swimmer. Amen. We all are. Spud, much love, brother. Rosebud, how you doing? Rocket. Guys, I love you guys. And I think people are starting to see. You know, I've got a guy that, you know, battle. What is it, drummer? What is it? You know, he's going on and 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 on. Same shills, different day. Same shills, different thing. Same shills, guys. Same shills. It's an orchestrated attempt, and I am on this list. This is Hillary's list. I'm still kicking, guys. Alive and kicking. And it was also a Serial Brain. Do you remember Serial Brain did this right here with the 1400? And talked about that I was on, you know, he did like, you know, you do a clock. So you set a clock face on me and you go 12 and 2. So you get this one, you know, this account suspended. See that, guys? Do you see? We're still here, guys. And this was going to be like Serial Brain said it was going to be like the deep state using technology to make MAGA people turn or something like that. So Serial Brain had a decode of me. And this is not InfoWars, guys, like people are telling you. This is just somebody that, you know, had that as their thing. So, you know, don't listen to the shills. Trust your gut. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Karli, what do you think?
The attacks are just, they're getting ridiculous. Someone, because I was on your show last week.
Yeah.
And they took a picture from my Facebook where I have all the bands I was in. I was in a band called Masquerade, and we were different characters. I was a vampire. Someone was a wolf. One was the Phantom of the Opera. One guy, we called him Joker Poker. He did the Joker makeup. And we were all different characters. I even did a vampire video, you know, and they found a picture of me making like the horns with my hands and sticking out my tongue like Gene Simmons. You know, it was after a gig. And because I was on your show, they took that picture and added a few other photographs or whatever they put together and said, I'm in a cult and I'm a vampire and all this stuff. And I'm like, so I was so angry. I mean, you know, you did me such a wonderful thing because you know my situation.
Yeah.
And helped me out, you know, and everyone out there, you know, helped me out with money. I was ready to, said, I'm going to do a Periscope. I'm going to dress up as a vampire and I'm going to come out to the public and let everyone know I'm really a vampire and do like a comedy thing. And then, thank goodness, our president was in England and I film off the TV and do threads and stuff, that it took my mind off of it because you can't give these people oxygen.
Right. You can't.
And it saved me from like either being extremely funny or giving them a platform, seeing how much they upset me.
Yeah.
I had to,
they're calling
just
you,
let it go.
You know, they're projecting, Karli. These people aren't who we think they are, and they're not who, you know, they're not really getting a lot of traction either. But it's dangerous. I mean, you know, they've released my family, up to my minor children. They're lying. I mean, it's just insane what they're doing. And it just seems to me like Q told me what they were doing. And that's why I think it was important for me to show you guys, thanks to Pseudonym and Kiwi Patriot, how many actual Q posts I was in.
No, but they're going to keep doing this. And you know what? Just block them, guys.
Yep.
You know the truth. You come here every day. You get truth. You dig for yourselves. You get truth. You know, don't let them twist you, because I got so angry. I started getting it twisted, and I don't want to go down that path.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it? You know, and remember,
it's not fun. It makes me ill.
It does. It makes me ill too. And you know, Karli knows that loves God. I know that I love God. I know who I am, and they just are wrapping stuff up. You know, Karli's actually got the spirit in her. Did you know that?
Nice intro, dude.
Here you go. Here we go. Karli Bonet with I Got the Spirit in Me. Karli, I love you.
I love you too, man.
No more trouble in my life. My heart's desire's been fulfilled. I don't get frightened or worried. I got the Lord by my side. I get down and I pray. God is word on my tongue, gonna speak them. Nothing
Come on.
So good. Look out, honey, I'll be preaching in your neighborhood, flying high up on eagle's wings. Come on, let me hear the choir sing, 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 sing. Raise my hands, give praise. God is well in my heart, gotta tell them. No one on earth can stop me now. Can't stop me now. He took all my ills and he healed them. I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. Oh, I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit. Sweet, sweet spirit. You know I got the spirit in me. And I can't fight it. He'll never let you down. He'll never let you down. He'll never let you down. Oh, he'll never let you down. 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 He'll never. I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. Yes, I do. I got the spirit in me. 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 Oh, I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. I got the spirit in me. Oh yeah, I got the spirit in me. 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 I got the spirit in me.
That is the amazing Karli Bonet. I got the spirit in me. God bless you for that song, Karli. I love it. I heard everybody out there singing. Pseudonym was singing backup vocals. Really good job, Pseudonym. Love it. Chicken Skin. People love that song, Karli. And right now, Karli, I don't know if you know this, but we got Trinity. She's got the phone. Do you have any final thoughts for this Matrixxx Groove Hour? Another successful, beautiful Matrixxx Groove Hour with Karli Bonet. Thank you for coming, Karli.
Well, I want to ask the question that guys have been asking his chat. Is Shady still going to have a show tonight?
Oh, thanks for reminding. Yep, Shady is actually not going to be able to do a show tonight. He is, on the road. So no Q Lounge Live tonight. I am so sorry, guys. Maybe we'll make it up next week.
Yeah, we need double dose of Shady. I miss Shady.
I know I miss Shady too. Hopefully Shady is being successful in what he's doing today. He's got some personal business going on. Prayers for Shady. He's safe. Everything's good. We love him. We love him. And we miss him a little bit. Karli, you were pretty awesome though, let me tell you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me again. And I love everybody out there. And listen, we got to stick together. We're going to be in that Twitterverse. We're fighting for our freedom. Yep. We're fighting for our president. We're fighting for our country. And we're fighting to have our voices heard. So stick together, guys. I love you all. And keep rocking!
I got the spirit in me. Irene, we're praying for you. Absolutely. We're praying for everybody every day. POTUS, Q Team, let's pray for a free world, guys. Our POTUS is doing it, guys, and we've been showing you. And thank you guys very much for today. Karli, thank you for being on our FUNday Friday. I hope you guys had fun. We are out. At intheMatrixxx with 3x's.com, at Shady Groove with 3 O's. Karli is KBQ225. Get over there. Play her music. Support her. See you guys. What a week to remember, huh? D-Day. Panic. Much love, Patriots. Peace. See you Monday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/C/intheMatrixx with 3 X's. Catch you guys later.